afternoon, this is Dr. Trinh, I TRICARE Chiropractic. As you can clearly see, what I wanted to discuss today is that we've been lied to. So as you can clearly see with this board right here, heart disease is still #1 causes of death because we've been lied to about cholesterol. Guess what, guys? Cholesterol is not our enemies, but sugar is our enemy. So therefore, what's the one test that we all need to get it checked? And that blood test is referred to as insulin. Unfortunately, a lot of family doctors not ordering the insulin. If your family doctor is not ordering the insulin, please request that. And here's why insulin is much more important marker than looking at your cholesterol for heart disease. Insulin is a hormone that's produced by your pancreas, your beta cell pancreas, when you start eating carbohydrates. Remember, our enemy is the sugar. So every time we eat any kind of carbohydrates and everything like that, your pancreas will release this insulin. Unfortunately, because of overconsumption of carbohydrates, our body has a tendency to become insulin resistant. So what does that mean? We have too much insulin in our body. So when we have too much insulin in our body, guess what? It's going to store all that extra carbohydrates as fat. That's where you're going to get the triglyceride. That's where you're going to get the high cholesterol. As a result, the inflammation is our enemy, not our dietary cholesterol. So what do we need to do when it comes to insulin? We have to lower down the insulin. And there's not a medication out there to lower down the insulin. So what do we need to do to help insulin? First and foremost, if you can, fasting is one of the best things that you can do to lower down your insulin. What does that refer to? I'm referring more to like time-restricted eating, not a 24-hour fasting or a 3-day fasting. I'm referring to a 16-hour fasting like what I'm doing. So from 7:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. the next day, I don't eat anything. That's one of the best way of lowering down your insulin. What's another way of lowering down your insulin? Another way of lowering down your insulin is walk after your meal. Why? When you walk and you're utilizing all your muscle right here in your legs to utilize those carbohydrates, so those carbohydrates that you just eat won't go into your bloodstream. As a result, when it's not going to your bloodstream, your pancreas won't release your insulin. Another way of doing it is apple cider vinegar 10 minutes before your meal. What does that do? Slow down your digestive enzymes, so therefore you don't rush and have all that glucose spikes in your blood. As a result, when you don't have that glucose spike, your insulin level is going to be a lot more in control. So guys, today's subject is about insulin. Please add a comment below if you get your insulin checked. If you don't, please tell your doctor on your next blood work to get your insulin checked. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.